Well, hey YouTube, it's Elvis Ammo here. Hey, today I wanted to do a full review on this PSA AR9. All right, this is the Palmetto State Armory's 9mm carbine. That we see so many different offerings with Glocks and other handguns along with this one in their advertisements, and we all love our carbine 9mm, including me. This is a good look at it right here, the AR9 from Palmetto State Armory, and I happen to be a big fan of Palmetto State Armory. Not only are they made in the same state that I reside, but they have good stuff, and we appreciate that. I'm going to try to give you a close-up. Here's the Palmetto State Armory. Right there's a close-up, and you know, it's sporting your Magpul 6-position stock Magpul grip, and this belongs to a family member of mine, and they put a Magpul 4 grip on there. That's what they like. Just comes with your standard flash hider there. And they also sprung for the high dollar, high quality too, Palmetto State iron sights that you can flip down like that. They wanted some metal ones instead of the M-bus, and they are high quality. I've shot these a whole bunch already, and they are pretty darn stable if you ask me. Maybe because of the iron sights I shoot a little better. These fine sights, I really like them. And it does come with your forward assist, but of course I think that's just for show. There's no ratcheting bolt carrier in there, but I like that. I'm glad that they left that touch to what an AR is supposed to look like. So this is a review of the PSA AR9. I've fired probably myself maybe 400 rounds through it, and I believe about 700 rounds has already been through it, something like that. And there you go. There's the top view. Nice M-lock foregrip there, or barrel shroud, or whatever you want to call it. Got your Picatinny rail on top. M-lock, put anything you want anywhere you want. And it comes with an ETS. Not sure why they chose to use the ETS magazine, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Obviously, if you have a Glock, you can put all of your Glock mags, your fun sticks, in there from your any 9mm, you know. 15 round and up. I think that's well, I guess any 9mm magazine would go in there. Obviously, you know, 9mm double stack. So here it is. I'm gonna show you. You just got a little look of the outside to drop the mag. You know, it's a little different. You know, on one side right here, you have your mag release right there. So this is obviously a little different than what we're used to on our AR, but that's okay. It works great. No problem. No problem with that. Like it. This is your bolt home paddle, and you can set it. You can lift it up like that, and you can send the bolt home by pressing it, just like on your AR. Now I will say that this model here, it does not have a last round lockback. That's the downside. I'll go ahead and throw one of the downsides out right away. But I can live with that, no problem. And this thing is also I'll go ahead. I'm just going to go through it, you know, here and just show you everything. It's also pretty sensitive. Just by bumping it, the lock will slip off of the release, and that's not an issue either, since it don't lock back on its own to start with. It's not an issue. Not a game changer, I should say. Overall, it's an AR. And I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I love my AR platforms, so obviously love this. So let's you have the same safety selector in there, fire safe. All right, same thing. Everything's basically the same. This is going to be a pretty quick review in that regard. But I do have some information to get to. You pull your pin just like you always do to break your AR, and then you got your forward pin there as well. And inside you have your bolt and bolt carrier, which is all one piece. There's your bolt and bolt carrier. The bolt don't come free from the carrier. This is a little bit odd here. No big deal, but it looks like they put this piece here in as a weight to go into your buffer tube, and it looks like a roll pin. No big deal. Everything looks good here. There's obviously not a gas tube where this piece here is, because it's a blowback design. Just like your pistol would be. And your charge handle is the same as we come to expect. It's the mil-spec charge handle. And inside your trigger is pretty much exactly what you would expect from your mil-spec trigger. I like the trigger just fine. Some people are crazy with triggers. They like real fine triggers. I don't really care much, but it is just a regular old mil-spec trigger. Don't seem to have any more creep than any mil-spec from the factory. Nothing really to be said about that, other than, you know, it's a AR trigger and you can change them out. The other thing, you know, obviously this looks a little different, just like on our, you know, our pistols. You have your ejector director. That's what I call that. And there's some things to note. You may already see it. You're like, you know, wow, that thing looks different. What's going on? It's quite different. Well, let me break this down. It's still a little tight, so I'm just gonna use something to corner of a piece of wood. And it's still a little tight. It's brand new, so no big deal. So you're like, what's different in there? Look at this. Okay, well, if you have an AR, you already know that you have feed ramp. There's no feed ramp. See it? No feed ramp. That's it. That's it, right? All right. So now you see it's just flat. Here's a dummy round. No primer, no powder. Bullet just goes in the hole like that, and it seems to work real good. Except for a couple of things that we're going to get into. And now I wanted to do, I thought I was going to do, I'm going to do a review on this, and I decided, after spending a lot of time with it, and like I said, it belongs to a family member of mine, and I recommended it when they saw it and liked it. I was like, absolutely, that's a wonderful rifle. So one of the things that I run into is this is how it feeds. Okay, so you put your bullet in here just like you always do, and that's a dummy round. We already seen that. Alright, you see that? Try to give you an angle here. See, it's just kind of aiming right into the chamber. There is no feed ramp, and when you drop the bolt, you can see that it fed in there no problem. There it is. And of course, you know, it would have ejected if if I wasn't so gentle with it just now. But I just wanted you to see how the round chambers. So you rack the slide, and it falls right, it just goes right into the hole, just like that. And then you eject it. And it has functioned flawlessly with me until I went to put a hollow point in it. And because this gun was bought as an alternative to home defense, and everybody knows, I mean, everybody that I hang out with, my whole crew, my whole channel knows that you don't go to home defense with full metal jacket. Now I don't know what PSA is selling this for, or if anything was mentioned like that, but I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of it. So that feeds fine, and they eject just fine. But I was going to do just an uneventful review of this rifle because I just absolutely loved it. It's a joy to shoot. I mean, it really is. And it's an AR platform. It's, in my opinion, very light and easy to manipulate. And it's beautiful. If you love your ARs, you're going to love this. Everything meets up beautiful. All your joints, everything looks high quality, in my opinion, for a mil-spec weapon of any kind. I think it's well done. I thought it was very odd. I was telling someone the other day that before I went through this, you know, with a fine-tooth comb, so to speak, because I was trying to develop loads for this gun. I just finished a video developing loads for this gun, or attempting to, and just finished that video, and now I'm doing a full review of the gun, because that's when I learned, after I knew I had to shoot some hollow points through this. You know, they can get kind of pricey shooting through, but you got to shoot them so you know it runs with hollow points. So you know, that was the odd thing that I was talking about, is how this thing don't have a feed ramp. And you know, it just kind of looks like that. Going right into the hole. Drop the bolt and that's it. Well, after shooting I shot some 115 grain hollow points, and they just if I can find them. Oh, here. You know, they just crashed right into the chamber on the side and set the bullet way back. So that's a dangerous bullet to shoot now, because the bullet is set so far back in here that the pressure would spike and you could have a very serious problem with that. And then I decided, just like any good man would do, that maybe it don't like 115 grain bullets, hollow points. So I run some 147s through it, and same thing. But I did, but then I thought, well, look at here. Palmetto State Armory, they send this magazine from ETS with the AR9, and I'm like, why do they send an ETS and not just a Glock magazine like we like? You got this nice Glock billet lower, you know, for our magazines. It's so well done, so well made. Why would they add this? And then I did get one out of all of the hollow points that I've tried to feed through and ruined because they crashed into the chamber. I got one to feed. My first one I tried with this fed. Pulled the bolt back, let it go, and it fed. And then I got to looking, and now this mag might be a little more wore out than this one, for instance. I'll show you this one. I got to looking, and right here where your see this little part that comes here, I'll try to point this out. See this little portion right here sticks up higher than this one. This piece right here, this piece is longer. So I thought, well, maybe they chose the ETS magazine because it had a higher feeding possibility right here. When the bolt hits, that the round might stay up higher longer when it makes it into the chamber. But that was kind of short-lived, because the next ones did not feed through in either magazine. I got lucky with one, but I will say that that was probably one thing that made this one feed one of them. Anyway, I don't want to make this a long video, but I did need to mention this. And so everything else on here is exactly what you would expect from PSA, good quality stuff. But I don't know what happened with quality control on this issue, or if it was ever mentioned. I don't know. I didn't research it, be honest with you. I just wanted to tell my own account. And I have PSA stuff. I'm looking at other PSA stuff. So I'm not going to throw the baby out with the bathwater here, but I will be contacting PSA and talking about this issue, and then whatever they tell me, however they decide to resolve the issue, I will immediately do a follow-up video and let you know that, because I'm not going to leave any great company with a wonderful name like Palmetto State Armory has hanging with just bad information. I'm going to find out exactly what this issue is, what it ain't, and what kind of resolution there is for it. So anywho, YouTube, I hope you found this information useful, and I will see you in the next video.